welcome into Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity soccer on HCAM, as today in their home opener they take on the Norwood Mustangs. Tom Appy on the call, John Ritz on camera for a beautiful evening here at Hopkinton High School. The Hillers come in to tonight's home opener with a record of 1-0. They were able to take down Ashland on the road by a final of 3-2. As far as Norwood, they are 0-1. They fell to Holliston 6-0 back on Tuesday as they look to rebound here today. It certainly is a bit of a different looking Hillers team than we saw last year, as there are many new faces on the roster. They lost over a dozen seniors to graduation last year, but they do have some key pieces returning, and despite the fact they are a young team, they look forward to what should be a good competitive season. The Hillers had an incredible run last season as they went 19-2-2 overall. They advanced all the way to the Division II state finals, but fell in an absolute heartbreaker to Oliver Ames, and they look forward to hopefully getting back to that level this season. Let's take a look at the starters for your Hopkinton Hillers. Your starting goalkeeper is junior Owen Silva. Sean McCann, wearing number 4, is starting defenseman. Andrew Bilabreski, starting forward, wearing number 6. Jack Iannelli, starting forward, wearing number 7. Federico Rossi is a starting midfielder, wearing number 8. Jan Antvelink, a starting forward in his senior year, wearing number 9. Carlos Henkel, a starting midfielder in his senior year and captain, wearing number 10. Derek Hatherley, a senior starting midfielder, wearing number 11. Jack Proventure, starting defenseman in his senior year, wearing number 19. Will Bilobreski, a starting defenseman in his senior year, wearing number 21. And Ethan Davin rounds out the starting mix for the Hillers, a junior defenseman, wearing number 22. The Hillers are led by head coach Garrett Sawyer, who has had some great seasons in recent history with this Hillers team, hoping for another one here during this 2023-2024 fall sports season, as Norwood starts off with possession, working right to left across your screen. And we are underway. This game originally was supposed to be a 4 o'clock start, moved up to 7 due to the extremely hot weather that we had today, but I think these players are enjoying being under the lights much more during the evening hours rather than in that steamy, humid weather. Certainly a lot more pleasant of an experience than if you stuck to that 4 o'clock game time. As Norwood set to kick it away as it went out of play along the end line. Good boot there by the senior Giacomo Saratori, a starting senior defenseman for Norwood. Over to the near side and knocked out of play. It'll be a Norwood throw-in. Off of Iannelli it goes. So both teams, I think you're going to see in these first few minutes kind of feel each other out. A lot of new faces on both rosters. Norwood also losing a good amount of seniors last year, as the Hillers look to work into the attack zone. Over to the goalkeeper, Owen Silva. A couple new faces will be taking over in net for the Hillers this year. They have 2 goaltenders on the roster, Owen Silva, who's in there right now, and also another junior, Ilyas Lalu, as that is booted out of bounds along the near side. On the entry for Norwood, Saratori, Giacomo with the throw-in. Pass over by Rossi. Henkel gets in there. Henkel with a nice feed up towards Andrew Bilabreski. Had a play along the end line. The Bilobreskis will be heavily relied upon to lead the way this season. They had a huge role last season. And Norwood, well, they had a down year last year going 0-18. Hoping to improve this year. From the corner, into the box, off the side of the net goes Will Bilabreski. That was a good corner by Jan Antvelink. Good pressure by the Hillers here in these early minutes, about 3 minutes into this first half. Set to boot it away. John Lynch, the goalkeeper for Norwood. Gets under that one. Header by Will Bilabreski. Iannelli feeds it up the near side, a little too much in front of Proventure. Well, we had our first broadcast of the fall season this past Tuesday as the Hiller girls took down Ashland 2-0. And we're certainly hoping the winning streak continues here in the opening week of the 2023-2024 fall sports season. And we'll have a busy day of Hiller sports tomorrow as well. We'll get you filled in on that in just a little bit. Pass over to Proventure along the near side. Proventure airing it out in front of Rossi. And popped out a play off of Nevin Kelly. Hiller's going to get a corner here. Jan Antvelink on the corner. Good boot. Out in front. And it's a save. That was a good shot, I believe. That was Derek Hatherley who got the shot off. And it's wrapped up by Lynch. Airs it out up the far side. And we'll see what this Norwood team's made of after having a rough season last year. They did have a lot of returning players and some good up-and-coming talent through the ranks. And they're hoping for a bit better and more competitive season. Bilabreski on the entry. And it's a save. And that was Rossi getting a little piece of it. Hiller's putting the pressure on here in these early goings. Norwood looking to attack. Along the far side and out of play. It'll be a Norwood throw-in. Ivans Jr. Bento on the entry. Approaches, takes a shot deflected out in front of the net. And the Hiller is able to get it out of the danger zone, but good pressure from Norwood. Stolen back now by Ganda da Silva. Header along the near side. Now with it is Rossi. And that's deflected off of Rossi. Throw in Norwood. Or correction, throw in Hillers. On the entry, Proventure. Iannelli feeds it over. Henkel. Out of play. He'll do it again. Out in front. Proventure looking to feed it over. Norwood trying to work it up. Some good back and forth along the near side. And it's going to be a Norwood free kick. Pedro Nunes Gonzalez Santos on the free kick. Along the far side now. Rossi approaching. Rossi takes it. Trying to leave it out for Jan Advolik, and it's popped out of play. Hillers will have the throw-in. Will Bielebreski set to take it. Into the box. Header out. Off of Andrew Bilo. About 8 minutes into action here. Game remains scoreless, but both teams have come up with some opportunities with shots on net. Airing it out, Giacomo Sartori. Sean McCann with it in the backfield. Sean McCann, one of the several seniors returning this season. Big part of last year's incredible run. Henkel leaves it over to Iannelli. Iannelli looking to approach. Feeds it over. Header out in front. Good defense there by Norwood. Hiller throw in. Will Bielebreski comes up and takes it. Into the box. Header out by Norwood. Still at the top. Henkel with the shot, and it's just wide. Well, the Hillers winning the possession battle so far and doing a nice job at keeping it in Norwood territory. Friday night on HCAM, we have Hiller football as the varsity football team has their home and regular season opener as they will take on Wayland Warriors. Should be a great battle. 7 p.m. scheduled kickoff tomorrow night. Weather could be an issue tomorrow. We're hoping it won't be, but there is the possibility for some thunderstorms tomorrow night. But we'll cross our fingers and hope for the best. And also, we'll have Hiller girls volleyball tomorrow night also as they take on Norwood at 6:30. That game will be live on HCAM. And we're hoping that we'll also have the field hockey game live as well. They're hoping to get our huddle camera situation straightened out, so we'll be able to bring you that game also, if it takes place and the weather holds off. Norwood on the throw-in from along the far side. Into the box, well defended by the Hillers. Well, a lot of new faces on this year's team. You know there's going to be a bit of a transition period for the Hillers. But to start off with a opening night win in Ashland, certainly good stuff. Jan Advolik with it. Leaves it over. And well defended by Norwood, just able to get it out of the danger zone. He was looking for Proventure on the cross. But here comes the Hillers once again. Henkel off a defender. Well, Carlos Henkel, that's a player that you're really going to see step up this season, I feel, for the Hillers. He certainly stepped up in the second part of the season last year and has just gotten better and better as his Hiller career has gone on, and he's going to be a key piece of this season's team. Iannelli Feeds it over. In the air goes Saratori. Norwood looking to work it into the attack zone. Good pass. But good defense by the Hillers, able to get out in front. Sean McCann. Up the near side, Iannelli. Here comes the Mustangs. Getting in there, Jan Anfelink. Fed over. Henkel. Leaves it behind for Ethan Davin. Ethan Davin wearing number 22. We're going to get an offsides here. Jan Anfelink not liking that call. Well, Ethan Davin, big shoes fill, wearing that number 22, which was worn by Sean Golubieski last season and the couple seasons prior. Huge piece of last year's state championship contending team. Hillers will have the entry from the far side. We're going to get a substitution here. Iannelli back into the game. Federico Rossi going to take a breather. I think you'll see a lot of that. You're going to see pretty much everybody get into this game, I think, with the hot weather throughout the day. And you want to make sure everyone's well hydrated and doesn't get overtired. It's certainly nicer than it was as the Hillers putting on some pressure. There's a shot by Iannelli and a diving save by Lynch. Well, the weather's certainly nicer than it was earlier today, but still a bit humid for sure. But certainly a great call moving this game to the evening hours. Nice feed by Champlin. Iannelli over to Champlin. Champlin into the net, takes the shot, and it's a save by Lynch. That was a good look by Champlin. Great feed by Iannelli. And Champlin would have liked to get a little more on that one. You saw the Hillers there. They kind of went down to a two-defender alignment, and they sent Champlin up there with the forwards. Champlin over to Bushemin. Now back to McCann. You'll see the Hillers do this a lot. They like to go to that 2-4-4 alignment. They started off this game and the 3-3-4 and have transitioned since. And you'll probably see them transition a couple times. They like to do that to impose a bit of confusion to their opponents, and oftentimes it has worked well. Drilled by Lebreski on the free kick. Airs it out. Good air under that one. And a little too much. Looked like he was trying to score from about the midway point.
Let's go, Aiden.
About 16 minutes into action. Game remains scoreless here in half number one. Home opener for the Hillers. And the Hiller girls, they were in Norwood today. We'll let you know if we get any update out of what happened there. I believe that game can be found by our friends at Norwood Cable. Along the near side, an unlisted 13 for Norwood. And you're going to see that often in these early games, a lot of numbers changing from what they have on the roster. Bauschman feeds it over. Norwood defending the box well. I mean, the Hillers are getting opportunities, and they might have one here. Hatherley with the cross. And there's a boot, and it's wide to the left by Will Bylereski. And Norwood not letting them have those long looks from the attack zone. They're forcing the Hillers to shoot quick. And that has played a role in keeping this game scoreless up to this point. In the midfield area, Norwood trying to work it up. Good steal there. Champlin feeds it over. Henkel. Pass over to Bilo. Hillers trying to maintain possession, getting contested. With it now, Ramin Remy feeds it over near side. Lucien Gale. Out of play, throw-in Hillers. Good throw-in by Will Bilabreski. Near side, Iannelli. Feeds it back. Beauchemin towards the net, into the box. And then there was a header by Norwood in there. Hillers going to get the throw-in. Will Brzeski will take it. We got a couple subs for the Hillers into the game. Joshua Tomasino-Stewart, as well as Jonathan Graziano. Henkel going to take a breather, as well as Hatherley into the box. Aired out. Ooh, big collision there. As Beauchemin got tied up with Remy into Hiller territory. I'll tell you, this Norwood team, they had a lot of struggles last season. It seems like they've worked out some of those kinks. They're holding strong so far into this game. Beauchemin feeds it up. Big opportunity here. Jan Anfelink to the net. Takes the shot just wide. Great opportunity there, but he just misses the mark. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Clock stopped at 20 minutes, 32 seconds left to go in the first half. A scoreless game. Hopkinton Hillers, Norwood Mustangs. Home opener for Hillers Boys Varsity Soccer on HCAM. We are ready to continue on, and that may have been a timeout, or actually may have been a mandatory water break. There is a MIAA regulation that if the temperature is above a certain amount, there's a mandatory water break midway through the first half. But in any case, 20 minutes, 32 seconds left to go in this first half. Hillers set for a corner. Jan Anfelink will take it.
Let's go, Lynchy. Your ball, bud.
Jan Anfelink, a new face to the team this year in his senior year. Into the box. Nice kick. Shot, and it is in! Credit Jan Anfelink with the assist. I believe that was Iannelli who popped it in. That was a beauty of a corner right where you want it, into the middle of the action. And the Hillers able to take advantage and go up top 1-0 at 20:05 left to go here in the first half. Good start so far for the Hillers, and that's what you want. You got some of the younger guys in there and still able to take advantage of the opportunity. are confirming the goal scorer. It was indeed Jack Iannelli, the captain, with the first goal on home turf of the 2023 season. Taking it down, Junior Bento. Putting on the moves, and he's diverted. Valereski sends it over to the far side. Mustangs would like an attack opportunity of their own. Hiller's throwing. Good crowd on hand, taking the evening action. Student section starting to build up. Good feed. And just offsides. On the free kick, Giacomo Serratori. Good boot there. And there's a header by Graziano. Iannelli feeds it over. Bauschman. Nice feed. And just a little too much to get it to Andrew Bilo, who's right at the top of the box. But the idea was certainly there. Good air under that one. Bauschman. And out of play. Norwood going to get a corner kick here. Well, you got to give big credit to all the teams throughout the TVL getting through this very hot, humid first week of action. A lot of games got moved around due to the weather. But all the schools have done a nice job at getting these varsity games in. Aired out, header out in front. That was off the head of Bauschman. Along the far side. Iannelli leaves it over for Bauschman. Approaching to the net. Takes it. Yes! Zachary Bauschman makes it 2-0. That score comes at 17:06 left to go. And it was just a beauty of an open opportunity. Great feed to Bauschman, who just burnt by everybody and pops it in the left side of the net. I think it was Iannelli with the feed there. Credit him with an assist. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. 17:06 left to go. Hillers leading Norwood 2-0. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We do have a girls soccer update. The Hiller girls getting a win on the road over Norwood. 6-1 was the final. So the Hiller girls 2-0 to start off this 2023-2024 season. 17:06 left on the clock. The Hillers looking to start off 2-0. Right now they lead 2-0. And as long as they're able to hang on to this one, they'll be 2-0. That's what you want to see in the opening week. Another game that we're scheduled to have for you this weekend, but it'll be weather pending, is Hiller girls hosting Brookline. That game is set for a noontime start, but weather could be a factor. We'll certainly keep you updated on our website and social media pages. On the entry, Owen Champlin. Rauschman sends it back. Hey, Hiller is just going to move it around and try to find an opening upfield. That's what they like to do. Move that ball around the defensive zone, the midfield area, and let those forwards get loose. Knocked out of play off of Norwood. Andrew Bilo-Obreski on the entry. Bilo throws it into the corner. Jan Anfelink. Now over to Will Bilo. Long shot there, and it's wide. Looking to go long distance. .15:35 and counting left to go here in half number one. Great start for the Hillers. They lead it 2-0. Giacomo Serratori gets underneath that one. McCann sending it back to the keeper. Silva to Champlin. Now up to Iannelli. Across to Bilo. Cleared away. McCann gets in there. Good feed over to Iannelli. That's Tomasino Stewart along the far side. And we got an offsides. Well, Jan Anfelink just slightly offsides there. Aired out. Champlin. Norwood looking for something. And knocked out of play off of Keogh. Coming into the game for the Hillers, Jake Garin as well as Eunice Lalu. Eunice Lalu, there was so many seniors on the team. I think it was 16 seniors they lost. That you had a lot of these junior players in the JV program, and Eunice Lalu was one of those, who's now up with the Varsity program. And if you're looking at this year's roster, a lot of seniors on this year's roster as well. So despite the fact that they lost so many faces last season, they still have 10 or 11 seniors on the roster, so some good experience. But it's been a deep few years for this Hiller boys soccer program, and it should continue to be, which is certainly a very good sign of things to come. Along the far side. Hitting it in the air, Nunez Gonzalez Santos. Norwood desperate for an attack here. Good deflection along the corner of the box. Up top. And we get a whistle. Offsides Norwood. Sent over by Will Bilo-Obreski to Sean McCann. Along the far side. Here comes Norwood. Out of play. Throw in Hillers. Champlin takes it. And getting through is Tommaso Stewart. Norwood able to gather it back up. Off the entry. Trying to sneak through there was Unislalo. Catching up with it, Emerson King. And now Norwood with an opportunity. Sent over, no one there. Good recovery by the Hillers. Is Champlin in the right place at the right time? Bauschman sends it over. Back to Bauschman from Graziano. Looking to cross there. Up to midfield. Along the far side, Suarez Oliveira. Norwood looking for a shot. And a collision. Ball still in play. Sent out by Champlin. Well, Owen Champlin just seems to be one of those guys who is just in the right place at the right time on the defensive side. Good feed by Balabreski. The keeper just able to get there. Loose ball. With it is Garin. Shot. Deflected. Still alive. Oh, and it's just wide by Andrew Balabreski. What pressure there by the Hillers. And somehow Norwood survives without giving up a goal. To midfield. Good boot back there by Emerson King. On the entry. King is there. You see the midfielders coming up to help. Sent back. And a header by McCann. Hillers trying to advance. Up the far sideline. Aired out by Balabreski. Hillers with an opportunity. Lalo. And it's off the side of the net. Unislalo had a good look there. Just didn't get the angle he wanted on the shot. Along the far side. Will Balabreski gets a piece. Aired out. There's a nice bicycle kick there by McCann. Sent over by Graziano. Now cross to the far side. With it is Joshua Kim. Kim sends it up to Garan. And out of play along the far side. And got a play call there. Throw in Norwood. Or actually, we're going to get a free kick here. Just under 7 minutes left to go here in half number one. Looking to advance it for Norwood, who's Remy. Good battle along the far sideline. Off the entry by Champlin. Goes near side with it, Bauschman. Fed through. Here goes Unislalo. Taken away by Diaz. Out of play. Hiller throwing. Emerson King will take it. Nice feed. Andrew Balareski. Top of the box now. And cleared away. Getting in there, Lalu. Sent back. McCann advances it up to Will Balareski. Lalu sends it back over to Bauschemin. Good pass. Looking for a shot. And it's popped in. Joshua Kim, the freshman. And he just had a great look there. And able to pop it in. Wide open shot. And he takes advantage. A 3-0 lead for the Hillers. That score comes at 4:58 left to go here in the first half. And that's got to be exciting. Joshua Kim coming up as a freshman of the Varsity squad, able to get goal number one, and the Hillers get a nice break off the entry. Back into the defensive zone. King sends it back. Approaching 4.5 minutes left to go in this first half. Sent to the far side, Champlin. Fed across. Bauschman. Over to Bylabreski. Over to Bilo. Now along the far side. Kim leaves it behind. Advanced up to Kim, and he was looking to get through. Now getting in there, Garin. They look out for the moves that Kim has. He's expected to be a big talent for this Hillers team. Norwood on a break. Goaltender coming way out, big risk there. Did have the help of McCann, and nice recovery by the Hillers. There'll be a corner for Norwood. That was about the best break that I've seen for Norwood, but a nice job by the Hillers not letting them really get the shot off. And that was Abdul Rahman Remy, who was able to break up field. Good speed by McCann. Corner kick header. Oh, just wide. That corner was in the exact right place you wanted it. Looked like a good header, just a little wide. Hillers set to clear it away. Looking to sneak through. Eunice Lalu. Battle along the sidelines, throwing Hillers. Bauschman coming up to take it. And a play along the end line. Hiller's going to get a corner. We've reached the final 2 minutes of this first half. Carlos Henkel going to take it. Airs it out. Out in front. Cleared away. I think we might have had an offsides call. It's free kick for Norwood. Final moments of this first half. 3-0 Hiller lead. Aired out by McCann. And look out, fans. Throw in Hillers. And that is going to do it for the first half. A very impressive first half by the Hopkinton Hillers. They lead it 3-0 at the midway point. And they are looking to grab their second win and improve to 2-0, but a whole nother half left to go at the break. Hillers 3, Norwood 0. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are ready for half number 2. Hopkinton Hillers leading the Norwood Mustangs 3-0 as we continue on in this game. The 3 goals for the Hillers include at 20:05 Jack Ionelli with a nice goal assisted by Odfelin. And then at 17:06 it was Bauschman assisted by Ionelli to make it 2-0. And then Joshua Kim, wide open breakaway, able to knock it in at 4:58 left to go as the Hillers look to add some more here in this second half. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera. During the halftime break, you saw some members of the Hiller girls varsity team as they were shooting the ball around and having some fun out there, and they had some fun this afternoon, getting a 6-1 win over Norwood. They are now 2-0 on the season as that is knocked out of bounds. We have switched ends here. Hiller's working right to left across your screen as Norwood going to have a corner kick opportunity. Heading over to take it is Pedro Nunez Gonzalez Santos. A good crowd on hand here on what has turned into a nice evening. Thankfully, the humidity, the hefty humidity that was here throughout the day has significantly dropped. Still a little humid out there, but not nearly as bad as it was. Along the near side. Trying to get rid of it is Bilabreski. Out of play. Throwing for Norwood. Giacomo Sartori going to take it. Into the box. Knocked out of play by Bilo. He'll have a corner now.
Go, Lou.
Gonzalo Santos on the corner. Airs it out. And a little too much. Knocked out of play. Norwood throw it. And a nice job there. Getting in the way by Proventure. Starters back out there for the Hillers. Here comes Jan Onfelink. With the cross. Offsides. He's looking for Rossi. Just a little bit offsides there. Norwood set to kick it away. And kept in, or maybe not kept in play by Suarez Oliveira as we get the whistle.
That's the coach, not the ref.
So, upcoming broadcasts for Hiller Fall Sports. We got Hiller Field Hockey tomorrow against Norwood, weather pending at 5:30 p.m. Hiller Girls Volleyball taking on Norwood at 6:30 p.m. And then Hiller Football kicks off with their home and season opener against Wayland at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Should be a good time. I'll be on the call for that one along with Wally Hannaberry as the Hillers looking for some pressure here. Popped out of play along the far side as Henkel was approaching. Then on Saturday, another weather pending game. Hiller Girls Soccer hosting Brookline. That game slated for a noontime start. But a lot of thunderstorms will be happening throughout the area all weekend long, so we'll certainly have to see what that will affect. But if we don't talk to you Saturday from girls soccer, we will talk to you next Tuesday. That was Tuesday the 14th, they battle Medfield. Along the near sideline, over to Henkel. And Wednesday, September 13th, I'll be here for field hockey as they take on Holliston. Popped away by the keeper, Owen Silva. Had a play along the far side. And then next Thursday, we'll see the boys soccer team again as they are scheduled to take on Holliston, 4 p.m. start. Always a great matchup when Hiller boys soccer and Holliston match up. And then 6 p.m. that night, next Thursday, girls volleyball against Holliston. And then next Friday, the lights belong to field hockey as they'll take on North Attleboro. You can see our up-and-coming broadcast schedule on our website, hcam.tv. We'll post a new broadcast schedule on a weekly basis so you can know what games we are scheduled to be at. Nice move by Henkel, who steals it away. Over to Onfelink. Along the far side. Pass over by Bauschman, taken away by Suarez Oliveira. McCann over to the far side. Proventure works it up to Henkel. Fed across to Bilabreski. Sent back up to Will. With it now for Norwood De Silva. Good steal by Jan Onfelink. Hiller's looking to work it down. Pass over by Rossi. Hatherley gets it over to Andrew Vilabreski. Now McCann. Henkel. Good feed. Oh, just offsides. Keeper would have had it anyhow. He's looking for Federico Rossi. Rossi was on quite a route there, and that ball wasn't so much in front of him. Could have been a nice opportunity for the Hillers. To the near side. Out of play. Hiller throwing. Will Bilo takes it. Iannelli feeds it across. Henkel. Bauschman with the cross, and a little too much. Norwood set to get rid of it.
Let's go, boys!
Aired out. Aired by Andrew Bilo. Onfelink sends it up. Nice move there by Iannelli. Trying to feed it over to Bauschman. And we'll get an offsides call. Norwood set to get rid of it. Henkel trying to get in there. Norwood able to maintain for the moment. But not so long, says ProVenture. Along the far side. Bauschman, Henkel. Fed over to Hatherley. Hatherley works it up. Hillers looking for an opportunity here. Still in the box. Shot deflected and wrapped up. Well, it looked like Iannelli was going to have a shot opportunity, but defender just able to catch up with him, and then Federico Rossi came in. And it was a good save by John Lynch. Hiller throwing. And a boot there, just a little high by Hatherley. The Hopkinton Hiller fan section here has really built up. Good turnout here for some nighttime home opening soccer. Fans having some fun, I'm sure, amped up for tomorrow night, where they'll have girls volleyball and football in action. And perhaps field hockey, as long as the weather cooperates. Along the midfield area. Nice move there by Norwood's Ramin Remy. Towards the end line. At a play. Oh, might have a shooken up Hiller. Looks like Sean McCann came to a limp. Maybe got a little shooken up trying to track that ball down. Perhaps a slight twist of the ankle. Yeah, he's down. They're going to go check on him. And that is certainly a huge piece to that Hiller defense. And it looks like he may be waving him off. He just needed a second. So now he's back up, walking good. He says he wants to stay in there. He's okay. Great to see. Well, so perhaps it could have been an instance where the cleat came off. On the far side, out of play. But good to see Sean McCann, A-OK. On the entry, on Onfelink. Along the far side. Henkel in the mix. Sent up, Norwood looking for a break. An unlisted number 4 here. Ooh, takes some contact there. Knocked out of play. Norwood's going to have a corner opportunity. About 12 minutes into action here in half number 2. I'll tell you what, things have settled down a little bit. Norwood's starting to get some pressure going. Even though it's 3-0 game, this Norwood team looking a lot more fundamentally sound than last season. And they got a lot of players back from last year's roster where they were fairly young, and they seem to be on the verge of building something with the Norwood soccer program. On the corner, Nunez, Gonzalez Santos. Takes it into the box, and Henkel going to put it towards the near side. Out of play it goes, throw in Norwood. Giacomo Sartori will take it. Into the box. And nicely done by Onfelink, who gets it out of the danger zone. Along the far side, Rossi. He has some speed. Got a little too far in front there. Henkel. Airs it out, looking for Andrew Bialabreski. Breski with the cross, and Iannelli with the goal. That was smooth by the Hillers. Jack Iannelli with his second goal of the game. Andrew Bialabreski with the assist. And it's 4-0 Hillers at 26:09 left to go in the second half. Now the Hillers able to work it up the left side of the attack zone, and that's where I think they're going to be really strong along that left side, where you got guys like Bialabreski and Iannelli.
Gotta be moving, White.
With it is Onfelink. Gets it over to Bilo. And some contact there as Iannelli going for the ball. Free kick for the Hillers. John Onfelink will take it.
Watch back here.
Will he pass or go straight for the net? We shall see. He's going to box it towards the net, and it's wrapped up. Lynch able to wrap it up. Bill boot it away. And a play goes, Norwood throwing. Hillers will do it again. Aired out. Throwing Hillers on the entry was Proventure working up the far side now. And it'll be wrapped up. Tim Zakharov is into the game for the Hillers. Sophomore on their roster. Or actually one of two sophomores on the roster. Hillers good experience despite losing all those seniors from last year. One freshman, two sophomores. The rest of the mix all juniors and seniors. Very deep program for the Hillers over the last few years. And it shall continue to be very deep. McCann with it. Feeds it over. Norwood looking to advance. Top of the box, there's a boot towards the net. Great save by Silva, who jumps up and pulls it down. Ramin Remy on the shot. Mustangs looking to maintain control. Taken away. Getting in there, Hatherley. Feeds it back to Bilo. Now to Noah Can. Can unleashes. Good boot into Norwood territory. Knocked out of play. Throwing for Norwood. Over to the near side. Getting in there is Zakharov. Sends it back. Up to McCann. Will Bilobrewski. Along the near side. Bilobrewski sends it up. Sent over by Zakharov. Up to McCann, who gets it into Norwood territory. Putting on the moves, Gonzalez Santos. No call there, although Norwood looking for one. Ramin Remy sends it back. Bilobrewski back to McCann. Back to the keeper he goes. Out to Noah Can. Trying to scoot through. Nicely done by McCann, staying on his feet. The pressure by Ross. Yeah, we'll get a call here. Looks like maybe an injured Norwood player may have had the wind knocked out of him. Pedro Nunez Gonzalez Santos is down, and they're going to come out and check on him. A 4-0 Hiller lead. 20 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. We'll step aside on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields off the mandatory water break due to the weather situation. And Pedro Nunez Gonzalez Santos was a little shooken up for Norwood. And he was being checked on by the trainer. Looks like he may be okay, which is good to see. 4-0 lead for the Hillers. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on this beautiful Thursday evening. John Ritz on camera. Norwood set for the free kick. The Hillers working in some of the younger guys on the roster here in the second half and with a comfortable lead. And they're holding up nicely. Top of the box. And good boot there by Will Bilabreski. Getting in there, Iannelli. Feeds it up over to Odfelink. Odfelink putting on the moves. Into the box, takes the shot, wrapped up. Didn't quite get the power on that one he wishes, but we are going to, looks like, have another stoppage here, an injured Hiller. A player shooken up away from the action. 19:41 left to go. Hillers 4, Norwood nothing. We certainly hope the injured player is okay. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Soccer on HCAM. We are ready to continue on. The player a little shooken up there for the Hillers was one of the captains, Jack Iannelli. So you certainly hope he's okay. He's being checked on by the trainers right now. Not quite sure what happened as it was away from the action, but it would appear he took some contact and maybe landed wrong. But hopefully he is okay. In the meantime, Jake Guerin into the game to take over for Iannelli. Along the near side, and out of play goes Will Bilabreski. Ramin Remy sends it up. Pass up by Ribeiro for Norwood. Out of play. Hiller ball. They'll have the throw in. 19 minutes and counting left to go in the second half. 4-0 Hiller lead. Federico Rossi coming into the game for Jan Odfelink. And we're going to see Noah Can come in for Jack Proventure. Pass up by Champlin. Good boot there by Andrew Bilo. Bilo sends it back over to Champlin. To the keeper. Hiller's gonna play a little keep away, but try to move it up here. Federico Rossi. Puts on a move, gets by. Into the box. Towards the net. Oh, and good defense there by Norwood. Rossi couldn't quite get the angle he wanted on it. Champlin gets in there. McCann sends it back. Works it up the field over to Zakharov. Near side, Rossi. Throw in Hillers into the box. Up top, shot, and it's just wide by Guerin. Jake Guerin, the junior forward, had a nice looking opportunity there. Good job, buddy. Norwood set to get rid of it. On the far side, that a play goes. Hiller throwing. Set to get rid of it. Good throw right into the box. A header, another header, deflected, still a live ball. Ooh, and a collision. It looked like Champlin got the head on it, and then I'm not quite sure who I believe it was Rossi also getting in there. We have an injured Hiller in the midst of the action. A lot of collisions this game, but big collision there, and we'll get you a name on the injured player. Hope he's okay. It's a 4-0 Hiller lead. It looks like he is getting up. Certainly a good sign to see. It was Tim Zakharov a little shooken up. Well, they're still checking on him, but he is getting to his feet. A lot of heads going up there. Good chance there was some head contact. He appears to be grabbing at his head, so he'll come out and go through likely the concussion protocol. Certainly hope he's okay and it's nothing serious. 15:58 left to go. Hiller's going to have a free kick here. Actually, this is going to be a penalty shot for the Hillers. So Andrew Bilareski set to take the penalty kick. Big opportunity for the Hillers to make it 5-0. Officials still confirming everything. And just giving the Norwood coach a description of what happened. So penalty kick for the Hillers. Here we go. Andrew Bilareski, the senior.
Let's go, John. Rebound.
Count it! Andrew Bilo gets the job done. 5-0 Hillers.
Get the ball.
Comes at 15:53 left to go in the second half. Beauty of a penalty kick there, and it's one of the last guys you want to see in front of you with that opportunity. Andrew Bilareski. Continuing on along the far side, Hillers looking to work it back up. Seen a little bit of everything in this game. Throw in for the Hillers. Good throw in deep into Norwood territory. Norwood working it up the far side, out of play. And we get a tripped up Norwood player there and a little shooken up. Free kick for the Mustangs. Yeah, we got a Norwood injury out there. 14:09 left to go. Injury on the field, and he keeps trying to get back up. Sometimes what you want to do in those situations, especially with a leg injury, is I know you want to try to tough it out, but try to stay down, and you don't want to further irritate that leg injury. Anthony Parisi coming in for Norwood. Looks like he will take the free kick. Lucas Ribeiro, the injured player, being helped off the field by his teammates. We certainly hope everything's okay and he gets better soon. Takes the kick. On the far side. Good steal by Noah Can. Sent back. Oh, we have another injured player down for Norwood. This is not what you want to see at the end of a game like this, all these players getting shook up, but it's been a pretty physical game out there. But he's back to his feet and appears to be walking okay, so that is good to see. Carlos Henkel and Jonathan Graziano into the game for the Hillers. Along the far side. Henkel putting on the moves. Hillers hoping to close this one out strong. They lead it 5-0. Mateo Diaz on the throw-in for Norwood. And a free kick here for Norwood. Oh, no, excuse me, throw-in. Off the throw-in. Into the attack zone, being tracked down by Sean McCann. Pops it out of play along the sideline. Throw in Norwood. Giacomo Serratori set to take it. Yeah, you gotta wonder, I mean, some of these injuries that you're seeing, it's been ridiculously hot weather for this time of year, so is the players cramping up a little bit, which is certainly easy to do. As there's a shot, a little too high from Helio Granda da Silva. But could be guys cramping up a little bit from the extremely hot temperatures we've had throughout the week. A lot of these guys having to practice in this weather. And one of the things, too, this week, practices were limited for the most part. With the MIA temperature regulations, a lot of the practices cut down to an hour. Norwood looking to finish this one out strong and try to get that 0 off the scoreboard. And nice job there by Rossi. Federico Rossi up to Tomasino Stewart. And he'll put it towards the net, wrapped up. Well, I didn't really have an angle on that one. Nice open look, but didn't quite have the angle he wanted. Aired out. Pass by Champlin. Henkel looking to get in there. Champlin feeds it up, looking for Rossi. And Rossi taking some contact there as the ball will roll out of play. Throwing Hillers. Champlin going to take it. Just under 10 minutes left to go here in this game. Into the air. Out of play. Now the Hillers just a few minutes away from a nice 2-0 start on the season. They got a big win to start the year over in Ashland back on Tuesday, 3-2. And now it's looking like they're going to take this one here in their home opener in front of a very good crowd on hand. Great student support here today. A lot of the members of the Hiller girls varsity team here to take in the action. They recorded their second win of the season earlier today in Norwood. Nice 6-1 win. Putting on the moves, Rossi. Catching up with it, Champlin. Graziano feeds it up to Rossi. Now near side is Hatherley. Or correction, that was Tomasino Stewart who will feed it across. Henkley, nice pass down to Kim. Kim rushing in. He already has one today. Takes the shot. And it's a little wide. Still in play. And knocked out of play as Tomasino Stewart trying to get under it. It's going to be a corner for the Hillers. I believe that's Onfelink taking it. It's a nice one, right into traffic, but booted out of play. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Header by Onfelink. Back to the net it goes. Picked up by the keeper. Lynch gives it a boot. Hiller throwing. Henkel trying to slow it down. Moves it over. Pass by Graziano to Champlin. Champlin gets it up the field. Ooh, nearly a handball there by Norwood. Someone reached their arm up. Onfelink gets it out in front. Shot, and it is just a little wide by Federico Rossi. He's going for that top corner there. Nearly had it. Lynch will set it up. Up the middle he goes with it. Ooh, perhaps another opportunity. Onfelink approaching. Their side out of play, throwing Hillers. Onfelink gets it in quick. Turn around towards the net. Out in front, bicycle kick off the crossbar and cleared away. That was an incredible shot. And he just missed going top shelf off the bicycle kick. Federico Rossi. It is a corner for the Hillers. Onfelink will take it.
Go, first two! First two, Mo! Away!
Into the box, and a little more than he wanted there. We're under 5 minutes left here in this game. Great pressure by the Hillers in the last couple sequences. Airs it out. Header by McCann. Hickle looking for the takeaway there. Here goes Norwood trying to stretch the field. And that pass intercepted by Tomasino Stewart. Gets it through. Out of play. Norwood throwing. Diaz. We'll do it again. Strong boot into the box. Header by Henkel. Kim with it. The freshman moves it up, looking for Garin. Knocked out of play. Hiller throwing. No can on the entry. Into Graziano. Up now to Graziano. Feeds it over. Kim. Got some good moves there. The freshman. Henkel trying to steal it away. Along the near side. Header by Champlin. Henkel. Boot by Champlin. Graziano feeds it up. Looking to get there, Champlin. And keeping it away is Saratori. Throwing Hillers. There's a shot, and it's just wide. You know, Rossi was hoping that one would angle back to the left and find its way in. This is a good strong boot from the corner of the box. Tomasino Stewart playing it off the chest. It'll go Norwood's way. Good takeaway there by Rossi. Federico Rossi, that's going to be a player to watch this season. Good ball handling. Strong leg as well. Bursting through Noah Can. Sent back over. And that is going to do it. The Hopkinton Hiller is going to take it 5-0 here in the home opener. They'll improve to 2-0 on the season. Norwood falls to 0-2. Great effort by the Hillers. A good team win. You had goals by Iannelli. Actually, Jack Iannelli, player of the game with 2 goals. Bauschman had a goal, and also the freshman Josh Kim with his first goal of his varsity career, and Andrew Bilareski on a penalty kick for the 5-0 win for the Hillers. An impressive victory here tonight as they take down the Norwood Mustangs in dominant fashion. And a great first week for Hiller boys varsity soccer. A lot of new young faces on the roster, but they are expected to do big things this season. And they get the victory here today over the Norwood Mustangs by a final of 5-0. For John Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.